Okay. Good evening. If anyone is out there, we are live. I'm waiting to pop up on Facebook. I hope you guys are having a great evening and welcome to Conscious Awakening Retreats. So I'm going to just take a few minutes and wait until I see us pop up on Facebook. Okay, we are here. We are on Facebook. We are live. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Gonna wait for some people to come in. And we are. Good evening. Gonna wait for some people to come. So I'm gonna wait for some people to come in. And I just want to say good evening and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody can join. I'm gonna share this on Perry page so everybody can come in. I'm going to share it right now on his page. Well, that's not happening. I'm just going to give people a moment to come in. Is that okay with you, Perry?
That's fine.
Okay. So we're just going to give people a few minutes to come in. Tootie, I don't know if you're going to stay in on this over here with us on StreamYard, or you're going to join us on the page, but either way is fine. I just want you to be able to communicate back and forth with us.
Tui still with us, Kim?
I see Tui still here. I'm hoping. And then Bonnie said, I think, but Bonnie said something. Well, I'm just giving people a few minutes to come in.
Who is Bonnie?
I don't know. They said Bonnie. He said, yes, he's still here. I don't know. He put Bonnie. He's still here. Okay, cool.
He's talking about some Gilbert Grape. He cracking a joke. Okay.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so right now I'm just giving people a few minutes. Everybody can get adjusted to come in. So just give us some moments and we're going to get started. Oh, hey, Rick. Rick Townsend. Hello, how are you? So, Rick, we're giving people a few more minutes to come in. And then we're going to get started. I'm going to share a little overlay with you guys. Going to do a little, opening of Conscious Awakening. So, Rick, stay here with us. So we're just going to give it some time for people to come in. We're going to give a little bit more time. But right now, I'm going to show this overlay. And please enjoy the show. Okay, thank you guys. So welcome again. Hey, Adrena. Oh, wow. Okay, hey, Adrena. So Rick said hi. Rick is on here, Perry. So we're gonna get started and we're gonna just move it forward. So first of all, I would like to say welcome everybody to Conscious Awakening Retreats. And today we're going to have an interview with my good friend, my childhood friend, from way back. I remember Perry. I met Perry when I was in kindergarten. He's older than
That's
me. He's my
right.
brother age, but I was in kindergarten. So we're going to
Right.
have a spiritual interview with Perry about his accident, his motorcycle accident. He's going to really talk to us and give us his experience. We're going to go deep. We're going to be very transparent. So before we move forward, I want people to understand really truly what conscious is. And conscious is really being alert and being attentive to things that we are doing and focusing on the things that are going on around us. Because a lot of times we are walking around and we're not conscious and we're just doing. So things happen to get our attention. Things happen all the time to get our attention. So no matter what, we have to learn how to be more focused, with our minds, about how we are walking in life, how we are navigating in life, how we are connecting to people, how we are taking care of our business. We have to be more alert. We have to be more conscious, because all there is consciousness. On every aspect of life, all there is consciousness, if you really truly think about. And the awakening part is basically about just waking up to understanding why you're having these experiences, why the things are happening to you the way they are happening. How can I change things to become more awakened? And how do I become more awakened? So as we go through this interview with Perry, we're going to be talking about those things, and we're going to get a chance to see how this tragic accident has truly awakened Perry's spirit. And on the flip side of that, Perry is a coach too, but we'll tell you more about that too, what type of coach he is. But for anybody who don't know, my name is Kimberly Davis. I am the CEO of Conscious Awakening, and I am a spiritual life coach. So I'm going to be not the coach tonight, but I'm going to interview Perry Scott tonight. And just to give you guys a brief history about Perry and I, we grew up in Morgan Park, and I moved there when I was about 4 and went to Bake School, and that's where it all began for him and I. And as kids, Perry is my brother age, so he's a couple of years older than me. And as a kid, we all just became friends. But even when I left, and I always felt, first of all, let me say, I always felt safe around Perry. He always made me feel like he would protect me as a young woman. I always felt that he was really a nice person. He dated one of my greatest friends, one of my greatest childhood friends, and we just had a great time together as kids. He was always a nice guy, friendly guy, a loving guy. And even when I left Morgan Park and when I was about 15, Perry still stayed a part of my life all through high school. When I was in South Shore and he was still living in Morgan Park, he still stayed a part of my life. He still came over to visit me. Him and his cousin Dennis, we had a good time. He knew my family very well. Him and my brother has a great relationship. So he knew my family. My family knew him very well. And I just want to say I'm very happy to still be a part of his life. But what happened was, I was on Facebook. I started my live, and Perry was one of my biggest fans, and he was one of the people who pushed me. Like, Kim, come on, keep on doing it, keep going. And he will always come on. So I noticed I didn't see Perry anymore on Facebook, and I was like, wow, I haven't seen Perry. And it took me a minute to ask questions. So I began to start asking, what happened to Perry, to myself? So I reached out to another close friend of ours, which is this guy named Steve. And I called him and I'm like, what's going on with Perry? And basically, he began to tell me the story. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he had a very tragic accident. I said, okay. So I reached out to Perry on Facebook. I sent him a message and he responded. It took him probably maybe a week or so, Perry.
Yeah,
and then he responded to me.
Right.
About a week, and then he responded. And from there, we just connected. So what I want to say is sometimes we have to be conscious of who we don't see. So I became very conscious that I didn't see my boy on Facebook anymore, and that's how we was connecting with each other, and I'm like, I need to find out what's going on. So I found out what was going on. We stayed connected, and just about it's going on a month now. I kept saying I needed to go and see him. So I found out, he told me where he was, and I decided to go see him, and it's going on a month now. So I went to see Perry, and when I walked in the room, it just touched my life. And the reason why it touched my life, because I couldn't believe that he was in this, I'm not saying he in a bad condition, because his spirit is wonderful. And he looks good. Y'all see that on Facebook, but I was just like, wow, I got to do something. What can I do to support my friend? Because guess what, you guys? When things happen to people, we all go through tragic things. We all go through experience in life, and everybody needs an angel. Everybody needs an angel. Things happen for a reason. I want to say hi to everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. So everybody goes through experience in life, and things happen to people. Please share this video as we speaking now. Please share this video on your page. Thank you so much. But things happen to people all the time. And as I was there with him, visiting him, my mind was like, why am I here, Spirit? What is happening? I'm here for a reason. And what am I supposed to do? So I began to talk to him, and I was like, wow, this could be me. And then it made me think about, if you guys remember the story of the actor in the trailer, his tractor, his snowplow ran over him because he was trying to save his nephew. His name is Jeremy. If you guys, I think I'm saying his name right. And his tractor rolled over him. And I was like, wow, but this man is up walking today. And that's because of the support system, the money, the insurance, everything that he has in place. So as I was sitting there, I was like, man, I got to do something. And what is it that I can do? What can I do? So I had the aha moment. We talked about what we were going to do. And he was like, okay, and I'll tell you guys that part later. But I shared what I wanted to do. And he was like, Kim, man, you just touched my life. So I was like, okay. So first of all, I thought, well, dang, this could be me. The next morning, I woke up, did my meditation. And what happened was, I had the biggest aha moment of my life. And I was like, oh, I took a breath, like I'm taking a breath now, because it touched my soul. I was like, you were paralyzed. Because really, you guys, there's many levels to being paralyzed. It's not just about walking, not about using your hands. You can be paralyzed mentally. You can be paralyzed spiritually. You can be paralyzed financially. And it hit me that I was paralyzed financially. I went through a big ordeal from 2016 to 2019. And I lost everything, material wise. I didn't lose. And the biggest thing I didn't lose is me. And the biggest thing tonight, Perry didn't lose himself. There's some other things going on with him, but he didn't lose himself. He's still here with us. So that morning, it would just blew my mind. I was like, oh, I have been through this experience. It was just on a different level. But what happened to me, I had an angel. At that time, I was driving my car. I was driving for Lyft, and I had a rental car, and I was driving the rental car to keep a car. And I'm being very transparent here today. And right before the pandemic happened, I had an angel. I ended up getting a car. I was living with my mother at that time, and it was a reason why I was there with her. And I ended up moving during the pandemic into my new house, over here, in Chicago. I ended up moving. So everything happened because I had an angel. And because of my fortune, because no matter what, I'm never giving up, no matter what's going on. And the next thing is because I take full responsibility for my life, no matter what happens. I'm not going to go around blaming anyone. I'm going to take full responsibility for my existence, for my happiness, for my life. But because of that angel, I have to really say I'm so appreciative. that angel really helped me out in a very crucial moment. And of course, I helped that angel too, but that it was just all about the support that they gave me at that moment of my life. And I'm so appreciative. So tonight we're going to take you guys on a retreat about Perry's experience. And I want to introduce our Chicago boxer trainer, Perry Scott. He is a boxer by trade. He's been training boxers since 1979. Am I right?
97.
Perry?
97. Then
97.
I got away from it. Then I got back. I started back like in 2008. And I started training my son, Pierre. He was my first champion. And I wanted to keep him off the streets. And I started training him in 2008. So we could say 2008 is when I really started doing it hard. But I started in 97.
Okay. So to give you a brief history about Perry is affiliated with the history of the history of Chicago Golden Champions or organization. And this organization started in 1923.
That's the Golden Glove.
It's a boxing tournament.
Golden Glove.
Yeah, called the Golden Gloves boxing tournament. And it's been around for many years. Y'all see that since 1923. And basically over the past 80 years, and pretty much Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, I don't know about Sonny. I have never heard of Sonny, but many champions have come through this organization. So this is the organization that Perry is affiliated with, and he has won many championships. He has won about 14 wins, and he had about 4 losses. But his biggest champion was his son, and his name is Perry also. So that's just a little brief history about Perry. And now we're going to get into the Q&A questions. And if you guys have any questions you want to ask Perry, well, we're going to get into talking about what happened, how it happened, when it happened, and what is it that he truly needs. And I want to get all of my friends from Morgan Park. I mean, we had so many friends visiting him, and we all got to stand up and rally behind this man who is a great man and support him no matter what, because guess what? We all need support. And that's why we're here. Everybody needs it. We all need each other. So that's why we're here. So I'm going to let Perry talk a little bit about himself and began to tell us a little bit about the story of what happened. And then we're going to ask some questions. And if you guys have some questions you want to share, please ask. I want to welcome everybody again. I want to say hi to Ricky, Adrena, Wendy. My brother Tremail is on here. My little brother. Hey, Tremail. And Sheila, Dolores, Kim Banks, Roosevelt. Hey, Roosevelt. Howard, Clifton Howard. Sharice, Judy, hey Judy, and Frank is on here. And then we have Perry brother is on here. He has a comment. So if you have any comments, please. Oh, and Steve is on here. He said he can't get in. Steve, you're in. We see you in the chat box. So you're in on Conscious Awakening. So you're in if you want to most definitely have a comment. I do see you on here. Annette Scott is on here. So hi, Annette. So we got people coming in. So you guys, please share this. Please share the video. So now we're going to get into allowing Perry to kind of tell his story of what really happened to him.
Okay. That was a proper introduction, Kim. The Golden Gloves has been going on for actually 100 years. It started in 1923, and it's been the year 2023. So we got 100 years.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's 100 years.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah, they just had an anniversary this year. And I would like to thank God first. We want to give an honor to God first and foremost for bringing us on this platform and allowing me to share with the public and my friends and those that don't know what happened, that are curious about what happened, uh, not because they're nosy, but because they care, And since it happened, I've had a lot of pouring of love sent my way, and I feel the love through everybody. And getting into the accident, uh, my good friend Brown Roosevelt, who is on tonight, um, he and I were talking on the phone, and he said, "Hey man, come over here and bring your bike over here. I'm over here at the lake where we always hang before I even got the bike." So we went over to Calumet Beach. He said, "Come over here, man. Me and Danny want to see your bike." So normally I don't ride uh, in the daytime. It's too high. Uh, it's the bike gets hot. I like to ride at night anyway. It's cool. I'm nocturnal anyway. So I said, "Yeah." I put on my Timberlands, threw my glasses on, and slipped on some clothes. Washed, cleaned myself up, and jumped on the bike and went over there. I got a guy that rides with me wherever I go. He follows me, so he followed me on over there. We went and sat down, kicked it, hung out. They got me a chair. We laughed, talked up until it got dark, and it was wrong. Maybe close to 9 o'clock. Started getting dark, and it was like, well, it's time to leave, So I jumped on the bike, started it up, and I took off, and I was going through my gears, going around the turns. And I guess I got too close to a curve. When I hit the curve, the bike jumped. Now Brown explained it to me, and he just talked about it the other day with me. He said the bike threw me off, when I hit the curve, because it was just like you bump into something, like you bump into a wall, or you step on the back of
Mm-hmm.
somebody's foot. It was like a freak. What do they call it?
Freak accident.
Like a freak accident. Brown got another word for it, but anyway,
Okay. Well,
you know
Brown,
what I'm saying.
okay.
So like a fluke, he calls it a fluke. So what I didn't say, that
Okay.
threw me from the bike. So when I come off the bike, I had a LA, what is it? LA Dodgers hat on. I had the hat turned back, and I felt my face hit the ground, and it turned. And when my face hit the ground, that's when it snapped my neck, and it had to knock me out too, because I remember hitting the ground, and it seemed like everything was going in slow motion at that point. And I was drugged from the motorcycle, or pulled from the motorcycle. They probably was getting me from under it, and I'm laying there on the ground, and all of a sudden I tried to move, and I noticed that I couldn't move. I couldn't. I tried to like raise my arm up, and it felt like I did this, but by my neck being severed, my spine severed, cut my eyes and looked down, as my arm was still on the ground. Now I'm thinking, oh my God, I tried to move my legs. I told them, stand me up. Don't let me leave me on the ground. I felt like I was dying, and I didn't want to die on that ground. I wanted to get sat in the car or something. So Brown got on the phone. He's like, I'm calling the paramedics. I'm gonna call the ambulance. Pete, just relax. And one of my friends, he was rocking, had my head in his lap, and he was like, he was crying. And I was thinking, like, what's going on? What's happening with me? Still the thought came back, am I dying? So at that moment, Brown started saying, stay with me, P, stay with me, P. So I started praying then. I was asking God, please don't let me die. And then and there, seen my funeral. I seen my family weeping, and it was crazy. And then it was like I seen them picking me up and put me on the stretcher. I seen the fellas standing around. It was like when I was standing, I seen my arm fall off the. It was crazy, like an out of body experience I was having. Because I don't remember when I got in the ambulance, um, they asked me some questions. And I remember saying something to them, and I don't remember. I don't remember the ride. I don't remember coming into the hospital. It's like I had blacked
So how
out.
was so did you lose conscious?
Yes, I had to. But they said when I got to the hospital, they said my air supply was cut off. So when I broke my neck, my air supply was cut off. So that's what the unconsciousness, when I was on the ground, I passed out. And had the fellas not been there to call the paramedics or whatever, I would have died there on the spot. So angels were around me then, and God was with me then, And
Mm.
when I got to the hospital, they called my ex-girlfriend at the time. They told her, we're going to take his earrings. They gave her my earrings. They called in the chaplain's office. And she was like, well, is he dead? She was scared to go in there. And they said, no, he's not dead, but he severed his spine. He's in bad condition. We had to intubate him because his airway was obstructed. He couldn't breathe. And they was thinking about putting a trach in right here in my neck, but they didn't. They decided not to. The breathing apparatus was working fine. So from there, they took me to Trinity because, mind you, we on Calumet Beach. So Trinity was the closest
Right.
emergency hospital. So that's where they took me. They found out my neck was broken and I had something going on my lower vertebrae. They shipped me to the University of Chicago Hospital, where there my sister met me, and she she came up to me, and I somehow was conscious, and I couldn't move my neck. I was trapped. I felt like I was trapped inside of my body. Like I'm running around trying to figure
Okay.
things out, trying to figure out how to move. And she walked up to me. She said, "Hey, Pierre, it's me, Nanny," but it sounded like she was so far away when she was talking.
Mhm.
And
How long
she
was your
said,
surgery?
I had a 7-hour surgery. And she told me, she said, you fell off your motorcycle, don't you? And she said something in the fact that they said you paralyzed. Uh, when
Oh
she
wow.
said that, I didn't accept it. But I said, yeah. And then she said, but you still rough and tough, ain't you? I said, yeah, and a tear fell out my eye.
Oh.
And yeah, a tear fell out my eye. I do think I'm rough and tough. And when she said, well, I'm gonna be here. I love you.
Really?
I'm gonna be here when you get out of surgery. I'll be here. Don't worry about nothing. They take you into surgery now. So they took me into surgery. When I went in the room, everything seemed like it was so dark. And I've had surgery before where they count you down till you count backwards and you go
Mhm.
out. I don't remember them saying any of that to me. Uh, the next thing I
So
know,
so not trying to cut you off, Paris. I'm just I don't want, we got these audience here and I just want to move it a little faster.
okay,
Could you tell me where did you, after you got a surgery and you went through, being in the hospital, where did you end up how did you get to this point that you are now? how did you get to this point of, just like you said, you couldn't move your arm and now you're moving your arm. So was there any therapy a part of this? What happened
Yeah.
after? Where did you go to get any help?
Well, after the surgery, I come out with a big old halo on my head. I couldn't move my neck. I was harnessed.
Okay.
I had a vest on me. And
Okay.
from there, um, the nurse seen me move my finger one day, just a little bit of smidgen in my
Okay.
toe. And she said, "Did you just move your toe?" I said, "Yeah." She said, She said, "What else can you move?" I moved my finger. And she ran. She said, "Wait right here." She ran and got a doctor. This is at the University of Chicago. She ran and got a doctor. She said, "Show him what you just showed me." I did the same thing again. Um, he started writing some things down. He said he's going to have me see a therapist there, physical therapist. So when I went to their physical therapist, they evaluated me, and they sent me to, which my sister suggested I go to Shirley Ryan, and that's where they sent me, where they worked diligently with me to try to get me on my feet.
Well, that's supposed to
And
be that's the top in the country. One of the tops in United States is that facility, that rehabilitation facility.
yes, it is. It's number one in the country for, I think it's 31, 32 years maybe. Now I think it's 31 years this year that they're number one, and they
Okay.
specialize in injuries like mine. And they were working diligent with me,
Okay.
and they had me trying to step and walk and on harnesses, and they got me strong, showed me how to drive the electric wheelchair, and the insurance ran
Okay.
out. When insurance ran out, they
Oh,
stopped paying. They said, "Well, we have to ship you to a nursing home, which would be a skilled facility where you will, they will still help you. It's not going to be like Shirley Ryan, and it's not." And which I
okay.
understood all of that. But this, when I got to the skilled facility, the exercises they were doing, I was used to them standing me up, and they were scared to do that because I had the halo. So,
Okay.
I just wound up doing a little exercise, little lightweight leg kicks, and, which I needed it, because I couldn't move this right side, none. Everything got
So how did it,
strong here.
so what made them take the halo off? Because you got stronger?
No,
When did you take the halo
they
off?
took the halo off. I was supposed to wear the halo I wore the halo for 3 months. That's what I was supposed to wear the
Okay.
halo. And I got screws in my head. They screwed those. I got screws in my head from the halo. So after 3 months, they took it off. And my sister, she came and went with me. And bless her heart, she came, and when they were sitting in there getting ready to take the halo off my head, those screws in my head, and they had to adjust one time, and they hurt, and they real sharp at the
Okay.
end, and they going in here,
Okay.
in the back of my head. And she said, I don't think I could sit here and watch this, because he said, "You kind of tough, because I had you here before when he adjusted one." And
Okay.
she said she don't think she could watch that, so she stepped out. So I thought that was kind of funny. It was nice of
Yeah,
her to
she
be
put
there
on
with
here.
me.
Yeah, Nanny put on here that you couldn't move. You because of what your accident, you couldn't move. It was like you was like a baby.
Yeah,
Everything was
yeah.
just apparently
I was
very
like,
limp.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's what she put
like,
on there. But I,
yeah,
I just want to say, I just want to say it's amazing because I saw the pictures with the halo on, and that blew my
mhm,
mind.
right,
Wait a minute. Here go Nanny. Nanny said she asked them, was they going to numb you before they do it?
yeah. And the
She's
doctor
like,
looked at
please
it,
no.
right. The doctor looked like he ain't gonna put me to sleep for that. He gonna have to take this pain. So I took it. It wasn't all that bad. I mean, I've been in worse pain than that, and like right now, the pain that I'm experiencing is like a lot of nerve damage. So with nerve damage, from the spinal cord injury, it's a lot of numbness. It feels like fire, electricity, and it
Fire. Okay.
yeah, like a burning sensation. It burns. So when it hurts, it burns. It's by me doing boxing training. Sometimes you wear pads. Sometimes I don't wear pads. So I
Uh-huh.
had pinched nerve anyway, but they never hurt like this before. And
Okay.
they got me on opioids, which you can
Okay.
become addicted to. And I've been on opioids for 2 years now, almost 2 years now. August 31st is
Okay.
when I had the accident.
So how long you been at this facility you at now?
I've been here since November 15th of 2021. I'll
Okay.
so uh,
And I asked a personal question. I'm being very personal.
go
So
ahead.
how do you do they help you go to the bathroom? I mean, are you mobile enough to your sister
No,
said November 17th. November
okay.
17th. You've been
Was
there.
it November
Okay. You
17th?
said no.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, the bathroom, like she said, I'm like a baby again. I gotta go in a diaper. So whatever, it's an undergarment. You go there. And that was something I had to get used to. I didn't want to do, and I held it for a long time until I just had to go. And
Right.
you just have to go. I had when you go to the hospital, they don't have undergarment for you to go in. You just go on a chuck. But the nurse, they come in here and
Okay.
clean me. I just hit my car light. They come in here, I let them know when I gotta go, so they'll be posted, so they could get it right off of me. And they clean you and wash you
So do,
up. And
okay. So do that means that you have to stay in a nursing home? Would you be able to move out of a nursing home soon, or that's where you need to reside?
well, I can go into a skilled facility or assistant living, I mean, or I could go into an apartment. Like my son is supposed to be coming to town to help me, and then they'll send
Okay.
someone out to help me as well. Like they have
Okay.
these CNAs and nurse, they'll come to your home and help
Okay.
you. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot.
Okay. Okay. So Perry, I want to ask you on a spiritual level, how do how do you feel? Because I'm the type of person when things happen, I feel like everything happens for a reason. And I noticed that even though you're in this condition, that you look healthier than you did when you were walking. I saw
Right.
the weight drop, even though I know it's from that. So my thing
Right.
is, what is the difference and how do you feel on a spiritual level? And if you can just express to me from a conscious level, do you feel that you are awakening on a different type of level? Do you feel like you have a different type of mission or purpose, or are you clear? I did I'm into numerologists, and I did your numbers, your birthday, and you're number
Mhm.
5. And your destiny is to have a lifelong path of experiences. So I know, so we are going to have experiences, but it really began to talk about you, and it talked about you understanding why you were born and your destiny, learning from trial and error about your physical presence on this earth and the effects you have on others. The 5 energy emphasize your physical body, your sexual intensity, and the impressive way in which your body, mind, and emotions are able to adapt to changing environments. And right now, you're in a changing environment, dealing with your health and everything. So I just want to know, how do you really feel on a deeper level, a spiritual level? What are your thoughts? What is your, what do spirit come and talk to you? If you can really elaborate on that.
Oh yes. Well, first of all, I got back to getting lined up with the will of God. getting back into the church. I feel born again. Of course, I'm in a diaper. I'm like a baby, like my sister said. But my willpower is to walk again, to get back to doing what I did with the boxing, to help others to train fighters, and to build champions, to save lives, and that's the thing that I miss
But
most.
do you think you can do that? What if you don't walk again? Do you think you can do that from your wheelchair?
Oh yeah, because Kim, I still have a mouth, I still have a brain, I still have eyes, I still see things, and there's always somebody else that can get in there and say, hey, do this, you got to do it like that, and explaining yourself and directing. I never, the wheelchair, all of this for me is temporary, Kim. Uh, it's a
Okay.
necessity now because I need it. I was blessed with a wheelchair through the insurance and through Medicaid or something. They blessed me with a real nice wheelchair. It does everything. So that's my wheels. I could go outside next door to Walmart now, and they gave me
Okay.
some. They gave me some mobility back. That gave me my legs back. But I'm not going to use this wheelchair as no crutch. I need the physical
So how do you?
therapy.
Okay.
I need the physical therapy, the intense therapy. I need to be out of this place and get into my own place like I was when I was out there in the world. So I could get the nurse to come to the house. I could get in the car, get the PACE bus, and do outpatient therapy at Shirley Ryan because they said they would take me. I could come back, but you can't leave here because this is considered a skilled facility because they have therapy here, but the therapy here is not what I need, and that costs money if you
Okay.
don't have good
Yeah.
insurance. And I'm finding these things out, and it's not just me. There's other people that's going through it as well here.
Exactly. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, because I was there, so there's other people that's truly going through it, most definitely, and we all go through things. And I just want to say one of the biggest things why I chose to do this is because I want to support and help my brother Perry. So I have decided to set up a GoFundMe page, and I have it ready. And I really want people to dig in your pockets. Yes, I'm asking because we need to help him. He needs help. He needs our support. And okay, we all know that we need good insurance. We need money, but things happen. Life happens, just like life happened to me. And me and Perry both have made damn good money,
Yeah,
but things
yeah,
happen. And sometimes, and then, and this experience is not just only teaching Perry, but it's teaching me too how to develop a better relationship with money and making sure that I have things in place. I'm learning from this, but I've learned from my own experience, and I'm working very hard and diligently to build a solid foundation, not just based on external things, but internally. And that's what this is about. Like he said, he's reborn again. And he's been very transparent about his condition. So, because of the insurance won't pay for the best care that he needs, we're asking everyone if they can reach in. I'm going to drop the GoFundMe page down, and we asking everybody if you can reach in and just send whatever you can send. I don't care what it is, but just send it so we can help him get the therapy that he needs. He can move into a better facility or move to a living what's that, a living assistant place
assisted
with
living
wheelchair
or my
access.
own place. When Marla came in today, she talked about some property that she has is perfect for me. So if I could go into that house that she has waiting for me, I'm claiming that, Kim. And that's what I need is
Right.
is
So
is
Okay, so that's what he needs. I have dropped the GoFundMe page down, and I want everybody to, share it on your page. Most definitely join Conscious Awakening page. Subscribe to the YouTube, and again, reach in your pockets. I don't know why my screen keep going out like that. Reach in your pockets and let's support our guy. Just like the man, Jeremy, who had the snow pile that rolled over him. This man is walking today. And that's because of his fortune. And that doesn't mean that Perry don't have fortune, because Perry got plenty of fortune because he's sitting here today.
Right.
And he had plenty of fortune because we all came to that room we all been coming to see him. He got plenty of fortune because the halo is not on his head no more. He just raised his right arm. Was that your right or your left arm?
That's the right arm.
So
that's my right arm already.
He just raised his right arm.
That was the left arm. That's the left arm.
Left arm, right. I thought so.
Yeah, that's the left arm.
So
I'm trying, I'm a warrior, I'm a fighter, it's just in me to fight, that's just the cloth that I'm cut from,
and our young men and women here in Chicago still, our young men and children still here in Chicago needs him as a boxer, because it's so funny to give y'all a little joke. Now, here it is. I'm getting things together, and he's the coach. So I called GoFundMe page Go Me Fun or something. I said, he was like, Kim, no. It's GoFundMe. And he said, just say it 21 days. And I'm like, listen to him. He like, just say it 21 days. So I'm like, okay, Perry. So every time I say it wrong, he like, Kim, no. So, and just the other day, we were doing something, me and him going back and forth. He just texting me early in the morning, Kim, we got to do this. I said, listen to the coach. He's nothing but a coach. So what it has done for me is showed me that no matter what condition he is, he can still coach. He was left with his mouthpiece. He didn't get a trach, because he could have had a trach, and that would have messed with him too. So So Spirit, Spirit took care of you because they have a different purpose for you.
Exactly.
So we got to understand what our purpose and our mission is. So I feel like this, it's a tragic, but it's not a tragic. We got to find the benefit in this experience, because there's a benefit in everything. My benefit when I went through my experience period was I realized I gave up my financial power. I became too dependent on my ex at that time. You see what I'm saying? And I gave, and I'm not telling anybody, when you get in relationships, of course you all look out for each other, but never give up your power, your financial power. Look at Perry over there raising that arm up. He is determined.
This one, I can get this one up too. It's just, it needs work. It needs the therapy that I'm not getting here. So I find myself sometimes just doing stuff. Like when you're a boxer, you see young kids, they box, they fight. They can't walk past a mirror. I couldn't go in the dressing room without throwing punches, and
okay. That's why I always feel safe around you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I appreciate that, man. You're supposed to.
I protected us.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do.
I want to say something. Michelle said hi to you, and she's a friend of mine, and she said she's praying for your speedy recovery and healing. Steve said he loved you, man. So he's on here. He said, love you, man. So you have quite a few people there watching. Sonova said, I thank God for your good spirit. May God heal your body inside and out, from the crown of your head to the sole of your sole of your feet, in Jesus' name. Amen. That was Zenobia. You remember Zenobia from out there? She went to Morgan Park with us.
Zenobia
so
Scott.
she was that's Zenobia last name. Yep, Zenobia Scott. So she's on here. You got quite a few people. She got the same. And Rick Thompson said, he said hi to Perry. I'm great. Perry said, it's been a long time. He hope all is well with you. And he was our first viewer. He was the first one to come on. So we want to thank you. And we have quite a few friends you may not know.
Okay.
But again, I have dropped the GoFundMe page down. I'm going to put it on my I'm going to put it on in Conscious Awakening also, and I'm asking you guys to please share the GoFundMe page on your page. Please ask your friends, your family, your husband, your wife, everybody. Just reach in. Our goal is 10,000, but we're going further than that. So, but the goal is 10,000, and we're going to go further than that. And I really want to support my brother Perry, because I had an angel, someone supported me. I didn't have a GoFundMe page, but I had someone who truly supported me and helped me through my times of needs. And that's what it's all about. And not even just that, but even when the pandemic came and we had to close our salons, my clients were sending me hundreds, $100 here and $100 there. And even when I went through my trials and tribulations at the beginning, I had my friends that came and they helped me pack my things, they helped me move, they were there for me. I was able to crown their shoulder, my family. So they were all there for me. I had a big family, and they took care of me. They protected me through the time. My cousin came in and he created a place for me to come before I moved where I'm at now. So I was able to go from my sister's house to another house, and then I had to leave that place because the time was up. But he offered me a place to stay, at times of needs. And I get emotional about it because I was very embarrassed that happened to me, and I had to let that go. But my mother, I must say, she was very strong, and she was like, no matter what, you will stand up again. And you can't go around being embarrassed because things happen.
That's right.
So Shawan's on here. What did my sister say? So she said, what is some advice that Perry would like to share? Oh, okay. So there's a question, Perry.
Advice
so
far
that's
as
my
what?
sister Shawan.
Well,
Shawan,
like
Perry said, advice far as what?
well, Kim, like far as getting your financial business in order, we all need insurance, you know. Everybody needs insurance, and you need death benefits, because you don't want nobody calling for no GoFundMe, and because that could be embarrassing to the family sometimes. We ain't got no money to bear him. He had that nice car, but look at them, they collecting money, and people don't have compassion for anything. But one thing I will say is this Morgan Park community, they've been standing up for me and sending me money before we start this page. It is amazing. My brothers and sister, Shawan, the love that you all show me on Facebook, even if it's just flying me a heart, that means the world to me. That means a lot. And it keeps my spirit up. I can laugh, I can smile, because I know I'm going to walk again. But I would say that, get you some insurance, get you some good insurance if you can. If you're an entrepreneur, the advice I would have is get insurance. I got county care, and they did me right because they did what they had to do. And I've been in the hospital before with them for days, and those bills are high. They sent me a bill for $80,000 one time before this accident and said they had paid it. Without that insurance, I couldn't have did anything. So I would advise anybody, if you don't have insurance and you're walking out, you're out there, get some. If it's county care, get it. It's good insurance. And a lot of insurance people, they have problems with their insurance. When I was at Shirley Ryan, there's a woman down there. She was having problems with hers. They get it back straight though for them, and they keep it going. But that my advice would be
Shawan said also she said, as far as keeping your spiritual and emotional strong, what advice would you give on that also, as far as keeping your emotion? She also said, good advice, great advice, Peter.
Thank you, Shawan. I would say, get back to God. Get lined up with the will of God. and listen to um, that inner self that tells you, okay, this might be good for you, this might be bad for you, you know, and within doing the right things in life, stay focused and just stay lined up with the will of God, because with the God in your life, all things are possible. And I had to get back to that. I was raised in the church. Me and Fee had to go to Sunday school every Sunday, so I mean, I got away from that and been away for years. But I'm back in it because I'm truly blessed. Had a praying mother, praying father, got praying family, praying brothers and sisters and friends like you all. So I would say just stay lined up with the will of God, and you know, yeah, that would be
Be
it.
able to listen.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you. That to me, yeah, because that was something that is the GoFundMe page, you guys. I put it down in Conscious Awakening. I have dropped it down on my personal page. Please share it. I'm asking you guys from the bottom of my heart. Those who don't know Perry but know me on here, let's support. That's what we are here to do, is support each other no matter what. We are here to support each other. Shawan said, all things are possible with the grace of God. You inspired me.
That's right.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
Thank you, sis.
That's right. That's who got me up off of that ground, and that's the reason why I'm still here, because I have a purpose, and I know that purpose, and it's what I was doing before I left. But sometimes you have to get set down. I was partying with my friends a little. Every time I would come from the gym, I'm sore. I want to take a drink because I want to go to sleep. I got to do this. So, I'm living clean now.
Wow. Okay. So what made you allow me to do this for you? And
Well,
then
when
I and
you,
then I have and then I'm gonna end this because I have a surprise. Because we're at 7:27 and I don't want to continue to hold our audience. But if you guys have any more questions, please ask your questions. I'm going to let Perry answer this last question, and then I'm going to bring on my little excitement and my little surprise for us, for the audience, and Perry. Go ahead, Perry.
well, Kim, when you said you called me, you said I was talking to Shawan, my sister, and I told her that I wanted to start a GoFundMe page for Perry. What you think about it? Shawan told you to go for it, but I could see the look and the love and the uh, the emotions when you were here. Like you didn't feel sorry for me, but there's just the love, Kim. You know, I could feel it. It was all in your aura. So everybody had been talking about you should start a GoFundMe page. I didn't know how to do that. I don't want to be asking nobody for no money. Uh, we do things, and sometimes us as men, we kind of stubborn. I'm not gonna ask nobody for nothing. That's embarrassing. You do it. If you want me to
Mhm.
have it, and you came up with the idea of doing it, and you did it yourself. You asked me some questions. I told you the story, and you did it. And you brought me to tears when you called me that day, and you called me back that same day. I believe it was. And you said I was talking Shawan, and Shawan told you to do it, go for it. And that was love from you and her. And so, I'm grateful that people are thinking about me like that, such as yourself and that Morgan Park community. Uh, all of my Facebook friends. That's just like I said, you brought tears to my eyes. I actually was crying, and when I got off the phone, I just thought about it like, somebody loves you, man. You know.
Mhm. And sometimes we don't know how to, not sometimes, but a lot of times people don't know how to let people love them. And it don't have to be a love on, a relationship, but It is
Right.
a relationship, but it's a different type of relationship. And
Right.
we have to know how to receive love. We have to learn how to receive help. We have to learn how to receive and give. And most
Exactly.
times we don't allow that. And so, I mean, because I don't need nobody, that used to be my attitude, but
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
do this on my own,
Yeah.
I
Stubborn.
tell you, I had a salute of people who supported me from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
Family
Yeah.
members, friends. I had many angels. So I'm not going to say I had one angel, but that one angel most definitely had me. I got a car. It's able to get a car, and get back on my feet. But people helped me. So that's what I'm here to do for my brother Perry. I love you. You're going to always be my guy, and I want to see you through this journey. We're going to go through this journey together. And I want to thank everybody who came on. Please check out the GoFundMe page and most definitely share it on your page, share it with your friends. And I just want to say, I want to thank everybody for coming on. And right now, we're going to have a special treat from my girl, Renee. She got a treat for us. She's my singing girlfriend, and I love her to death. And we have truly reconnected our love with each other. So I'm going to bring her in, Perry, and this is you.
Okay.
Hey, Perry.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well.
I'm feeling your heart. You're a man with a good heart.
Thank you. Thank
I
you
can
so
say
much.
that. And you touched my life with your story. I have a son. He's 22. We live out in Arizona. And he got a bike like 3 years ago. And every time he get on that bike, I just be so worried about him. But I constantly pray, like you say. Just stay prayerful. He's a boy with toys.
Right.
So anyway, Kim asked me to sing a song for you. So she thought she picked the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So this is my rendition of it.
Let us have it.
The sister way. So here we go. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds they fly. If birds could fly over the rainbow, why can't I? Someday, someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds they fly. If birds fly over the rainbow, why can't I?
Wow, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you.
Bring a tear to my eye when I'm singing.
You bringing a tear to my eye, but I'm not gonna try to be strong.
Hopefully, tears of joy.
It's just the love. I appreciate the love. The love that everybody has given me. Kim, Shawan, my brothers and sisters, everybody that's on there that's viewing it. That's viewing this. Her brother Mel and I were good friends in grammar school and coming up through high school. And they're good people. She comes from a good family. So do I. And, your son comes from a good family. And he's protected. My accident was just a mishap, and I'll get back on my feet because I'm determined to. Like I told these people, I'm not in you all's hands. I'm in God's hands. So I'm not worried about anything because with good friends like Kim and people like you and all the viewers, you know, I know I'm gonna be all right.
Right.
Okay. Well, okay. So I just want to let everybody know on Thursday, June the 8th. Is that June the 8th, right? Wait a minute. Give me 1 second. June the 8th, Perry is going, June the 8th at 8 o'clock. I'm quite sure it's at 8 o'clock. He's going to be on again with one of our other friends from Morgan Park, In My Element with Nelly. He's gonna be on there, and they're gonna talk. She's gonna interview him too, and we're gonna have the GoFundMe on there. So you guys, please tune in because her interview is gonna be live. Great. She comes on every morning at 8 o'clock on Facebook, and she has a YouTube channel, and it's called In My Element. And I'm gonna drop that down too, and that's gonna be on June 8th. June 8th at 8 o'clock in the morning. He will be on again. And we're gonna be running this until we reach our goal. And I want to thank you, Renee. Of course, I was about to cry because I'm a big baby. And I want to thank all the viewers. Thank you guys so much for your patience, taking out your time. Thank you for this wonderful dessert because it was wonderful. I want to thank everybody, my sister Nelly, and his brother, everybody, Steve, everybody on here. I just want to say hi, Valerie Tuggles on here. I mean, we brought people way back from Morgan Park. Yeah. Valerie Tuggles on here. Sheila McDonald. Right. Sheila McDonald's on here. Yeah. Okay. So thank you to Shanola. So we had a nice little viewing. Please share the video, you guys, on your page with your friends and your family. And let's support Perry on this journey because we never know. It might just be you. We don't know. But anyway, I want to thank everyone again, and thank you for coming on Conscious Awakening Retreats. Please subscribe to my YouTube page, join my Facebook page, and join Conscious Awakening group. We will see you soon. Have a wonderful and a victorious and a peaceful evening. Bye for now.
Bye. It was nice meeting you.
Okay, you too.
Okay, y'all hold on 1 second.